Hey, Chef Billy Parisi here with Heinen's. Thanks for stopping in. I want to create a dish using staple household ingredients that I always have on hand. Some of the best dishes I've ever created was me just going over to the cupboards or in the refrigerator and just seeing what I had on hand. I'm going to show you how to create a very simple Italian pork Milanese, which is just a breaded pork, and we're going to put a little salad on top. And I'm going to use ingredients that most everyone has at home. That's what makes this dish so good and so budget friendly. You will love this. Here's what we do. One protein I almost always have on hand are pork chops. And Heinen's pork chops are always We Care certified and are going to be perfect in this dish. These are center cut, about 1.5 inches thick. What we're going to do is easily remove them right from the package, set them on some plastic wrap. Then I'm going to fold that plastic wrap over top, and then using a meat mallet, I want to gently pound it out until it's about 1/4 inch thick. It will be about 8 or 9 inches in diameter. Don't worry, it will shrink up when we cook it. I'm going to repeat the exact same process with that other pork chop, and then I'm going to set it to the side on a plate. And next, what I want to do is bread these up. And I need a standard breading procedure, and I'm almost certain all of you are going to have these ingredients right at your home. So, in a large bowl, I'm going to add in some all-purpose flour. And then I want to season it up with a little bit of salt and pepper. Just going to mix it together with a fork, make sure it's nice and seasoned. Next, eggs. Eggs are such a staple in my refrigerator. My kids love eggs, especially for breakfast. So what I'm gonna do is just take them out, give them a quick crack, also season those with salt and pepper, whisk them until combined, just like you're making scrambled eggs. And then last but not least, for our standard breading procedure, breadcrumbs. I always have breadcrumbs on hand. I'm Italian. I feel like this has been in my cupboard at all times since birth. We're gonna add a cup or two into this bowl, also gonna season it up well with salt and pepper, mix it together until it is combined. Then for breading these up, I use my left hand for dry ingredients and my right hand for wet ingredients. So what we want to do is dredge the pounded out pork completely in flour on both sides. Then we're going to coat it in that egg wash. I'm going to switch hands here to make sure I don't have breaded fingers at the end of this. Make sure it is coated. Then I go over to my breadcrumbs, use my other hand, push in the breadcrumbs into that pork, make sure it is coated on all sides, and then just simply repeat the process until the other pork is breaded up. I'm gonna set it to the side on a platter, or even a sheet tray is perfect. And then I'm going over to the cooktop. I've got a 10-inch non-stick skillet. A regular stainless steel skillet will work as well. I'm gonna add in some olive oil. Another great oil to use would be avocado oil. Gonna turn the heat on to medium. Then after just a couple minutes, I'm gonna add in my pork. I wanna cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes per side until it's golden brown and cooked throughout. Now, because this saute pan isn't huge, we're gonna have to do this in batches, but no problem. You can easily cook in the exact same oil. Once it is perfectly golden brown, flip it over, get it the same way on the other side, and then again, we're just gonna repeat the process until the other one is done. I'm now going to place it right on a plate or a platter, perfect. Now, for Milanese, what I like to do is add on a little bit of green salad. Now, we are big salad eaters in our house, so I almost always have some greens. And one of my favorites is spring mix. I honestly learned to use it back in my culinary school days, and it's a green that has always stuck with me, and I love the flavors in it. So we're gonna take a handful of that, put it right on top of the pork. Then I'm gonna garnish with a little bit of red onion. Another great onion would be yellow or sweet onion to use here if that's what you have on hand. Then cherry tomatoes. If there's a tomato that can handle all year long and still have wonderful flavors, cherry tomatoes are it. Just adding some sliced cherry tomatoes right on top. And then Parmesan cheese. You know I'm Italian, always have Parmesan cheese on hand. I'm gonna sprinkle that over the top. Then for a little bit more flavor, just gonna squeeze on a little bit of lemon juice. I have tea every morning, always have lemon on hand, and then going to drizzle on a little bit of olive oil. Now this last part, totally optional. I love microgreens. I'm just going to sprinkle a few of these right over top of this and finish. Perfecto. Oh my gosh, such good flavors. And I'm using household staples, things I almost always have on hand. Flour, eggs, breadcrumbs, greens, cherry tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, olive oil. All of these things are always in my refrigerator and cupboard. That's what makes this dish so wonderful. I'm telling you, you can absolutely do this. Feel free. Open up your cupboard, see what you have on hand, get creative, but this dish you can absolutely make tonight. Can't wait to get into this. We'll see you soon.